actually need it. Do you want some?
Mm.
Why can't you just use Premiere Pro?
Because they don't have it. It's not the software, it's just life.
Operator, to be fair, he's an absolute fitty. I'm ninth, if anyone's wondering.
I've not been able to
You're
actually
bad.
talk to you properly because I wasn't able to. I didn't realise without even meaning to. I just wanted to. I'm like, where's there actually? Yeah, you know.
Thank you. So I'm making spaghetti now. You don't have to eat it. Because I'm gonna make a lot, so there's gonna be a lot of leftover.
I want to say thank you very much, Presley, for doing everything for me because I'm pathetic and I can't cook or do anything. I mean, I did do one thing though. I found garlic
That is
because
true.
we were struggling a little bit.
But you made lunch yesterday, so you did. There's a dog! That's a French bulldog.
Okay, Soomin, tell me about your life.
My life. My life is a mess and full of regrets and embarrassment. I think the microphone should be like up close to my mouth. Because that's not a great microphone. It's
Why are we in London?
because we're doing workation. That's what people call it these days. So basically, we are doing the workation thing. It's not a 100% holiday, but because we are working from home, we can just change the place to work, and we chose London for like a couple weeks. So yeah, that's why we are in London. It's a very expensive flat. You can just tell it's very expensive from the kitchen. It has this thing, like food.
Soomin,
Yeah.
can we talk about the fact that you now believe in dishwashers?
Okay, so it may be a little like Asian thing, but I don't believe in dishwasher, which is really weird because my mom's using it now. But I am pretty sure she didn't believe in it before she actually used it. We don't have dishwasher in our flat in Yorkshire,
Yeah.
but your parents had. Every time they use it, I just didn't believe in it. I genuinely thought, washing dishes with your hands is much more efficient and cleaner and everything. But now, I literally tested the dishwasher out. I was like putting the dish like in this way, that way, putting the fork upside down. I just tried it everything, but it works.
So you now believe me when I say we need a dishwasher?
Yeah.
I think it's time we talk about the night before we came to London. We heard suspicious police reports of a silly Billy running around going crazy. Can you confirm these?
Well, I can't confirm that because I don't remember anything.
Do you want me to tell what the report said? At around only 10 p.m, we received a call in which a very drunk Soomin needed to be picked up because despite the fact she probably got there at 6, she only managed to last till 10 p.m. on what was it, Freedom Friday or whatever they called it. On arrival, do you know what I saw? I saw a Soomin that had cut her knee, bruised her face and hurt her elbows because she thought she could fly downstairs.
So, I think I should keep my job. So that was my first time meeting everybody because I'm only meeting them online. And it was a company summer night out.
Can I just say, I think you did a great first impression.
I haven't been drinking that much because of the lockdown. So that was my first time socializing with people and drinking a lot. And because I was too excited to see everybody, I may have
Had a little bit to drink?
a little bit of drink, but too quickly.
Or a lot of drink?
I really
Very quickly.
I really don't remember that night that much. All I could remember is me grabbing the staff there, saying like, "Can you please give me ice water?" So what happened is that I got so drunk, and there was like a really stiff I don't think it was steep. It was just stairs. I think I was following one of my coworker because she wanted to go to toilet, and I'm like, why not? I will join you. I went down, but I really don't remember this. But according to my coworker, she thought I was flying because I fell down from like 3 or even 5 steps and like this. So and the sound was so loud. Everybody on the floor, they were looking at me, worrying, not looking at me like ah ha ha. They were looking at me worried because they thought I was dead. Then a staff ran into me saying like, hey, are you okay? Like, and then I'm like, okay, I think I'm okay. I just need like some water. So can you please give me like ice water? I remember this part because like she was like, okay, I'll be bringing your water. But like I grabbed her arms and saying like, can you make sure to put like ice cube in it? That's the part that I remember. She came back and then I drank that water. But then do you know what she said?
What?
She's grabbing my arms with a really, sweet face. I'm glad that you're okay, but you have to leave.
Now, Soomin, how long into the night did you manage to last before
I
this
don't
happened?
know. I really don't remember.
She was like, will you be able to pick me up at like 1 o'clock in the morning? I get a call at 10.
Oh, it's so hot. It's so warm. Can I open it? I don't know. I really have no excuse.
It's quite funny though.
If it was just like one of my university party with my friends, then that's fine. But it was a company event, and I got kicked out of a bar in front of everybody else. And not only that, so I don't remember this part. So my coworker told me that the day after, because I was so smashed. My line manager and other team's line manager were worrying about me.
Yeah.
So they were worried to just leave me alone outside of the bar waiting for you. But the staff was like so stubborn. No, she's too drunk to join the bar. Like she has to leave. So the manager had to argue with the staff for me just so I can wait inside of the bar. And that was so embarrassing.
You then had to spend an entire day on the train going through hell because you were hungover.
I think I was in pain because of
This
the
shame.
embarrassment and this shame. It actually killed me, but the thing is, the next day when I hear every story, like how drunk I was from my coworker, she also mentioned that I was like laughing with other people, but out of no fucking where, I punched with one of the co-workers' chest for no apparent reason. I really don't remember this. I'm like, did he do something offensive to me, or what is it? And they're like, no, like you were in the middle of everyone and everyone was just laughing, but like out of nowhere you're like laughing and like just punch his chest so hard that everybody were just looking at us. So I'm like, because that guy was so nice, that guy was trying to make the environment kind of not awkward.
Things, yeah.
He was like, did she just punch my nipple punch? And like everybody just laughed off it.
Yeah.
So I don't remember this, but obviously I have to say sorry to him, right? But I don't know how to. I think it was like Sunday night. I was almost like getting out of the fuck.
Sorry, it's not updated.
Yeah. Amazon delivery.
Of course.
On Sunday night, I was almost getting out of that shameful place full of regret. And I got a message from LinkedIn. And there was a friend request from that guy that I punched on that night. And I'm like, oh my god, this is that guy. And that little face on the notification kind of brought me to that place again. So I'm like, oh my god, okay, I have to say sorry, right? I'm like, oh hey, I heard I punched you so hard on that night. I'm so sorry about it. But do you know what he said? Oh, it's okay, it was funny. You've got a really good punch.
At least you have a good punch.
That was my first impression to everybody at the company. Well, good thing is that most of them in my company are pretty young. It was like, unofficial kind of, hanging out.
Also, because it happened very early on, you're quite lucky.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
I think it's better because if it happens later on, it becomes much worse.
Yeah. Because like everybody were so drunk at that night, there were so many dramas here and there.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I wasn't involved in one of any dramas. The reason why I'm so shameful is because I was drunk when everybody was just kind of tipsy stage, which means they will remember everything. That's really painful.
And you dealt with it. You had the train of hell, and now you're in London.
Yeah, it was actually good. I wanna cry. Yeah, but seriously, it was actually like a really fun night out. I'm really glad that I got to see everybody in person. It's just like a lot of shame, isn't it? So we're in London, not because we moved to London. We might in the future.
I look like a mess right now.
I look like a mess too. So this is like one of the perks of working from home. You don't have to take a shower every day to go to work. So for the first week, I actually invited a couple of my coworkers, and then this week we are just working from home together. We're lazy, so yeah. You know, I was in pain since that Friday night, but on Saturday when I got here, the first food that we ordered was Korean food, and there was 육개장, and I'm like, this just blew my mind.
But the chicken we had yesterday was good.
Yeah, and yesterday we went to Chimek place. It looks very authentic, so we went there even though it's quite far away from city center. So it was really good, and we met subscribers there. I'm still not used to this. I'm really glad when people say hi to me on the street. Yeah.
Like, I know you're not used to this, but we're not used to it because it doesn't happen that much.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, first of all,
Like,
it doesn't happen that much. But the thing is, it's not common that we encounter our subscribers outside. But what's really common is that our subscribers saw us, and they don't come to us. Just, you know, they were just looking at us from like, you know, far away, or I don't know. And then they DM us saying like, oh, I just saw you, just wanted to say hi. Either way, I'm happy, but I'm just so shy. We're just like so shy people. But yeah, it's just like, if you see us being so awkward, it's probably because we are just awkward people.
We're just not good in social situations at all.
We're very antisocial, and when I do socializing, this
Embarrassing thing happens.
Yeah, so, and something also happened today. Do you think it's the sign of me
Being an idiot? You're just an idiot. Like, that's it. There's no actual thing. They just think, oh, one idiot. There's no more feelings towards it.
right?
So you don't have to be too embarrassed.
Oh, I'm sweaty again. Like, I don't know if you can actually feel it, but I'm like so embarrassed and feel so cringy, and I just want to kill myself. This morning, I finally feel like, oh, I got off that, you know, shameful ocean, you know. But, you know, I'm in London, so just out of like a pure curiosity, I was looking for some jobs in London.
Salaries, really.
Yeah, actually, I was trying to see salaries. I am actually really happy with my company, but I just, you know, because we're in London, you know,
Everything's a bit more.
yeah, and plus I was actually doing that stuff for my friends too. I wanted to show her this is the job that you could go for, because she lives in London.
And then you had a little video chat, didn't you?
Yeah, and then I had a meeting right after. But then I completely forgot about that meeting, so I'm like, oh shoot, I have to quickly jump into the meeting. I went there, completely forgot about the job hunting situation on my screen, and then I share my screen.
It's not as bad as you think it is, but it is still funny.
It is funny, but it is...
It's not great, but it's not as bad as you think it is.
But yeah, but the thing is, like, I couldn't explain the situation. The more I explain the situation, the more it gets awkward. I'm like, I really try to close the window as natural as possible, but I don't think I did, because when I get really, you know, nervous and embarrassed, my face goes red, I am sweaty,
So it's very obvious, basically.
So it was very obvious.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I'm gonna get fired. I think I'm gonna get fired.
Soomin, don't do it again. And if you do, maybe just quit. No. Let's go live in a little hole in the ground, okay? You're fine.
But yeah, that's my life these days.
You're enjoying London?
I am. I do. I like London. I think it's more like
You like the food? And
yeah, I
the
like the
convenience?
food, and I like the fact that everything is so close to our house now. Not our house, our Airbnb. I think it was like a really good opportunity for you because you
I'm a village boy.
Yeah, you were such a village boy that even like, you know, feel scared to move into city
It's
center.
more just, I'm so used to living in a little village or a little town or something.
Yeah.
And the first city I lived in was Bradford.
And that was
Bradford is a shithole.
shithole.
So I haven't had good experience with a city before.
Yeah, makes sense. Fair enough. But I'm not gonna lie, living in London is really expensive.
Yeah.
So we have to figure out.
To be fair, most of that cost is because we've just seen how many different takeaways we can get delivered here. And normally we'd have, one a month?
That's actually true. We only have 2 meals a day, but sometimes we order like 3 times a day. I genuinely don't know how that happened, which is why we feel it's so expensive to live in here.
If we lived here, then it'd be different because we'd do normal grocery shopping and everything. We just have to spend more on rent.
Just like now, I'm cooking food.
And I did it yesterday too.
Yeah, so yeah.
We're getting better.
Let's unbox this thingy. Unboxing will make this feel better. Oh, this is actually exactly what I need right now.